Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I'm going to welcome to my channel, all my subscribers, all my peaches, triggers, lovers, haters, commenters, each and every one of you. I want to welcome you to my channel. Well, I'm certainly glad we got from underneath all those traveling through Dumageddon series. But you know, things got kind of hectic, and it was just a great opportunity to kind of give you some scenery or a little more of the city as I drove in a tricycle. I don't ride a tricycle that often, so I took every opportunity I could to do at least some half-ass video about traveling in Dumageddon. Well, today, Geraldine is coming to get her car. She's been here for about a week now, and she's not come and gotten her car. You know, I haven't said anything to her or comment. I figured just let her I understand it. You know, her coming home, she spent the first week with her family, doing family things. You know, they went places. Now, I don't look at Facebook that much, but Mia kept telling me that they're here, they're there, and I said, oh, okay, that's good. So I wasn't trying to, interrupt her stroke, what she was doing. But she's coming today to pick up her vehicle, so we're trying to get some of that. I'm going to get an interview her being an OFW and coming home after 2 years, and what it was like working abroad. You know, one thing I wanted to talk about was Ron. I told you about Ron, the foreigner who died from a surgery that some might feel that it could have been avoided. He had better care or what have you. But I spoke to Tommy, who Ron was Tommy's caretaker, and he had said that about a year ago, Ron had went to the hospital with him, and up until then, Ron was a very heavy drinker, a very heavy smoker, and etc. So when he came out of the doctor's office, he just quit. He didn't tell him what the news the doctor told him, but he knew the doctor had given him some bad news, and it was bad enough to where that he just 360 degrees stopped everything. So he knew something was drastically wrong with him, and it got to that point where his appendix erupted or whatever, and he passed away. But you know, something interesting happened to me the other day when I was on my little excursion there, where you saw there was a man asking to borrow money from me. And although he asked to borrow money, you know, I knew he wasn't going to pay me back. He wanted to borrow 100 pesos like that. And so, and walking back to the car, he was joined by his child and his girlfriend. And his girlfriend or his wife was saying he need money to eat breakfast. Now, mind you, he's got a kid in tow, he's got a woman in tow, and although her concern was not so much about her kid needing food, it was more he need to eat, he need to buy food. And so I thought that was kind of interesting how she was putting his welfare ahead of their own. So that was kind of interesting, him doing that. One thing I want to talk about is, you know, we keep getting asked when is the christening for Duchess, and you know, I wonder. I know here in the Philippines it's very religious, Catholic, and etc. But what's the reason for the christening? Is it just, you know, christening to me would be to continue the religious preference of the parents. So, like if you were Baptist or wherever it is, you want to baptize the babies, if you're practicing your religion. But here in most cases, you know, I've been to a couple of christenings, and I don't foresee the parents actually going to church going to service, to continue on the religion. So then it makes me wonder, what is it for? Outside of it being a big party, because that's what it ultimately ends up as a party, after the christening ceremony. So my not really wanting to, in my heart of hearts, wanting to baptize Duchess, because me is not very religious. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual, which virtually means that I've been a Jehovah's Witness. I've been a Muslim. I've been a Protestant. I've been a Muslim. I've done a number of different religions, and I kind of find out that it boils down to is that they argue about where life began, or how life began, and then it's also about where. Hold on a second. I'm gonna show you something. It talks about how life begins and what's going to happen when you die. I mean, so there's that argument about the that part of it, and so I have just decided that what's more important to me is that, like, when you die and you look on a tombstone and it says 1954 to 2030, but the most important thing is that dash between the date, because it's about how you live your life. If you lived your life in good, orderly direction, if you believe in treat others like you would be treated, then you are my brother. We are spiritual. We both believe in God, and it's all about how you live your life. I don't have to practice any particular religion to try to live according to that simple premise that it's about how you live your life. The woman you see now sweeping here, she operates this booth here. See this booth? This is where I told you where they play numbers at. They come and they play, and so I asked if she'd come on camera. She said no, but I did get her sweeping. And just imagine being in this little booth here, as you see, all day. She stays in there, and people come by and they play their numbers. They have a little machine that's like a little calculator in there, that they put in the number, and then it spits out your number with what you played. And it's a very popular game that they play here in the Philippines. And it's a game of chance. And so anyway, so getting back to baptism, wow. Wow, did I just miss that fine piece of Filipino meat? So anyway, that's how I feel about it, is that I just rather just have instead of baptismal party, I'd rather have an almost baptized party, where invite people over and celebrate, Duchess. I keep calling her Janelle. That's my youngest daughter's name. I keep calling her Janelle's name, and it's celebrating if we must, that day. But other than that, things are kind of going good. I did my Friday activity with the foreigners, which is good. I fared pretty well. I didn't lose as much as I know. Usually when I play, I have a budget, but this time I didn't exceed my budget. So, in my state of mind, I won. So it was good. But what's coming up now? Next is this is the end of the month, and of course everything gets recycled over. They still have not taken out the cost of the vehicle out of my account yet, which is good. So they're still kind of going through that, which I'm fine with that. But the most important thing is that there's still money in the bank for them to do that. Let me switch this around. Let me switch this around so you can see the traffic as it goes by, so you're not looking at me. Right now I'm at the car wash where I interviewed the two girls who are working behind me. Of course, I switched around, you can't see them, but at least this way you can kind of see. It's very early in the morning. Today's the day where I go into Subaland and I buy chicken from Mama's family. It's the only place where we buy chicken, so I got to go purchase that after I finished here. And then I head back home and start getting ready for, see if I can post this video, if I got enough information or if it's long enough to post, which I believe it will be, because all of this is just a matter of my So yeah, so you get an idea. Here's our customer now coming to play a number. He's going to try his hand at picking a number. I told you my number was 315, which is my mother's, and 314, which is my aunt's, Helen's number. So yeah, you can see him there. He's filling out the paperwork and he's writing the number down, and he's going to try his hand at trying to hit the number. So outside of that, just like looking at the people going by, looking at the traffic going by. This is a jitney. You can see it in the background, where it's like it's surprising enough. One of the other cities that I know that has great transportation, and that's Los Angeles. Oh, it was when I was there. So to kind of I think that Los Angeles, as big as it is, that transportation is hard there, but it's not. The transit system runs very, very frequently, and it's a pretty cool thing. There's the car over there before that car blocked it. I finally have the inside clean, so that's going to get done. It's funny, I had someone in my car yesterday, and they would say, man, you need to clean this, man. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean what I need to do, man? It's fine, because, it was just funny, how it seems that, you need to get place formats and all this stuff like that. I said, well, that's fine, that's wonderful, that's good. You tell me what I need. Well, but be that as it may, if it matters that much to him, then maybe he should buy it. But be that as it may, the car is just doing fine. He's got his number and he's heading up. Okay, so I'm going to pause right here and probably save some for when I go to buy the chicken. You see me do that. All right, so this is Gerard. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. And I'll be right back. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Everything good? Yeah. This is Ali, Charlene's husband. Say hello. Wait, did you get taller, bigger, or what? Look at this. My goodness. Oh, no, you get grandpa.
Hello.
You guys come in. This is Charlene. You heard me talk about her for the past 2 years.
Yes, long time no
She just come back OFW. So we're gonna let them settle in, and then we'll get an interview out of her. All right? Okay. So we'll be right. There's Mia and Duchess. Say hello, Mia and Duchess. Yeah, look, you're perfect. All right. Okay. I'll be right back. Thank Raphael on the camera.